Hello and welcome to the podcast today. This is Talia Riley, and we are here with Creating Confident Communication. Today, the topic is called Confident Joy. And I am so excited to be able to share with you a few amazing gold nuggets that I'm really anticipating to share with you about how we can keep having joy and confidence amongst whatever we're working through and be able to create the dream life that we want to have. So let's just get right to some of the cool things. When you align yourself with your intention and what you're working on in your life, and you're very clear about what that looks like, what you want to do, what you want to create, getting very specific about the goal that you want, it is amazing. It's almost like you don't even have to go out and find that because it will find you. You will align yourself so it will find you. I happen to have an opportunity to go and listen to an absolute incredible speaker who has spoken to hundreds of thousands of people on stage about her journey with falling and becoming paralyzed. And she is beautiful and confident and had so many things, but to sit with her and be able to share my message in front of her and get coached and feedback on, like me as a speaker, and be able to present alongside with her in her building was absolutely remarkable. And what I want to share is how stepping forward into having this confidence and connection and bringing in that gratitude piece that we talked about last week, being aligned with confident joy, there is nothing that can stop you. Absolutely nothing. So I want to share kind of what I've been working through this last week because it really opened my eyes to gratitude and different things and memories as I've been processing. But my dear, sweet grandma, her name's Grandma Colette, and she is the sweetest grandma, and she was fiery, even until her very end, even as her beautiful fiery red hair started to go gray. She was strong. And I started to think about all the wonderful things she taught me and the things she brought into my life and how grateful I was for her as an example. She has been sick for a little while and in bed. And the last few days, everything in her body just started to shut down. So I got to have some tender moments with my siblings who came alongside her, where we were able to sing her songs and tell stories and memories. But what I didn't expect was how much emotion came up for me. I guess I knew that the time was coming quickly, that she would probably be passing on. But just what I had been so grateful for her, how she showed up to make Christmases fun. I used to make ornaments with Grandma that were like these cute little angels, and they were all lacy, and we put them on the Christmas tree, and we'd make Christmas trains and little out of Rolos. If you guys like those Rolo candies, we'd make little reindeers, and just so many fun traditions. Most of all, we just sit around and play cards for hours with Grandma, and I'm just so grateful for her. She was the first one who bought me a computer. And I used to play, you guys are probably way too young, but there was a game called Gold Rush. And there was another, I mean, I liked all the old school ones, like there was Frogger and stuff, but there was even a funny computer game called Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? I'm totally stating my age because I'm in my 40s. But it brought back all these memories of being able to have a computer and be able to play games with Grandma. And she taught me how to, I began to type well, and all the things that I look at now in such gratitude, because I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful to her for everything she showed me and that hard work. And I just want to share to you, what is a piece of your life where you feel confident joy? Something that no one can take it away from you. It's something you remember. It might be a tradition. It might be something where you just have such confidence and such joy around it that no one can take that memory away from you ever. And how does that feel? How does that feel when you're living in that space of feeling that joy and gratitude and soaking it in, especially around these holiday months? I find the more I'm in that space of joy and gratitude, the more things just, again, magnify to me. Like this opportunity to show up today and be with some incredible speakers. I feel like I align myself with people and with passion. So the first tip I will give you for creating confident communication in your life is get clear on what you want to create. So if you like other people that are speakers and you actually want to become a speaker, you can start by saying words like, I aspire. I'm an aspiring speaker. I'm learning to speak. I find joy in speaking. I want to speak to others. I look forward to speaking. Now, that could be like baby step number one. Second step for this would be to get a little more clear. So how you would do that is, I am a motivational speaker. I am an enthusiastic speaker. I love speaking. I am a joyful speaker. Get really clear on what it is that you speak on. I'm an empowered speaker. I'm an inspirational speaker. Use it with the words that fire you up. And the more that you continue saying those words, the more you become what you say. So if you've always wanted to be a writer, you could start with words like, if you're like, okay, I don't know how to bridge from me not writing at all to becoming an author. So it's all of these thought works that get us there. And sometimes we can't just say, not writing at all, I'm an author. You would start with, you know, I'm an apprenticing author. I'm working on writing every day. I look forward to becoming an author. You know, use words that are kind of like these bridge words to get us where we want to be. We can do this in our relationships. We can do this with whatever we're creating. Even if the home you're in, I feel like I'm supposed to go here. Maybe it's just as basic as you're not wanting to be an author or a speaker or any of that, but you want to be a better wife. You want to be a better mother. You want to have more order in your home. It can start very simple. One of the things I learned years and years ago when I was on the journey of healing and working through was that I would start saying, I create order. I'm a being of order. I take order, I take my chaos and bring it to order. And I started just saying a lot of those words on, I let go of things easily. So I had like 5 or 6 bridge words that I would constantly be saying out loud. I let go of things easily. I love to give and serve others. I share with others quickly. I let go of things that aren't in alignment with me or my home. Like, you start to say things that start to build up. And then before you know it, you're just in your head, you're like, okay, this is it. And then I would start saying, oh yeah, I bring chaos to order. I let go of things quickly. If I see a mess, there was one time in my life when I could not get through a pile of things. I had so many emotions inside of me and so much pain inside of me that I couldn't even organize like a table. And I know that sounds weird, because what does that have to do with pain inside? But I felt like I was such an emotional mess in my head and in my emotions, physically, all of that, that what was a reflection was around me. It was in my purse, it was in my car, it was in my rooms. And I started going through, I realized when I started to really work through things is when I could go over and just start cleaning up an area. That my brain finally could say, oh, that's a throwaway pile. And I love to teach these things. There was always a pile that I had, this is just complete garbage. So I would throw that out. The next one would be, this is a give to the DI pile. I knew it wasn't supposed to be in my house anymore, so I would just give that one away. The next one was, this stays in my house but belongs in a different area of my house. And the fourth one was, this doesn't go to the DI and it doesn't belong in my house, but I feel like my sister's son or someone in my neighborhood could benefit from this. So whenever someone popped into my head that they could use it, then that's what I would do from there. So I wanted to share this with you as you're starting to bridge your thoughts and let go of different things that aren't serving you, because part of the topic today too about being on this confident joy is, what kind of life do you want to create? Have you heard ever the statement of creating your dream life? Do you know that you actually can create that dream life? And it can happen so much faster than you realize. I just barely heard a story, and I think this was from my friend Anna. This was the story I was going to tell her I learned from, and I loved it. And anyway, Anna was talking about basketball players. There was a challenge that was done for 3 different types of basketball players. The first one was, they wanted to see improvement in basketball players if they practiced every single day, just practice for like, I don't even remember if it was 20 or 30 minutes, but just kept trying to practice basket after basket after basket. The next group of people didn't practice, but they loved basketball. I think they watched it or whatever, and they desired, but they did not practice at all. And the third group of people were listening, or no, in their head, they were to visualize. That's what they were to do. They were to visualize over and over again, shooting the baskets one by one, and what that felt like and the emotion with that. And who do you think won out of that? Who do you think won the challenge? You think it was the ones that didn't practice at all? Do you think it was visual, or do you think it was the ones that did it physically? Well, it was the ones that did it physically. The ones that practiced constantly to nail it in were the ones that got the higher scores. Obviously, the ones that liked it but didn't practice at all didn't make as much of an improvement. But what was really, really shocking about the studies was the one that visualized constantly making the baskets over and over again were so close to the ones who actually did the practicing that they were shocked. So what I want to share with you is that piece of mental, creating it in your mind, creating what you want as you're thinking of this, being in that space of confident joy. What does confidence mean? Confidence means you believe in yourself. One of the quotes I always say is, when you believe in yourself, other people believe in you. They attract to you. They feel that from you. They feel that confidence. Confidence is contagious. So when you're in that space of a confident joy, and it's kind of a new word and a new saying that might not make super sense, but what I want to share is that you stand in who you are, what you're creating, and what it is you want. And when you're in that state of joy, you're grateful and in gratitude. It's almost like you see what you want in that dream life as if it's already coming to you. And once it's already coming to you, you can feel it. It's almost as if you know that you're going to attract abundance or a vacation or what is it you want to do. But I promise you, as you become really, really clear and specific on what it is you're visualizing, what it is you're putting energy into, what it is you're putting that time into, it will come back to you. It will. Visualize yourself up on stage as a speaker in your starting stages. Picture yourself sitting with a pen, writing. In your mind, you're picturing yourself writing. Even in your mind, you're picturing yourself holding a book. All of these things are so powerful. And what I want to share is that you have no idea how standing in that confidence and truth attracts people to you. By being in a place of gratitude or joy, how that magnifies. That you don't have to be the one to go seek out all of the things that you're trying to create, that with you intentionally created, it will find you. That was from the book, The Jackrabbit, I think it was The Jackrabbit Effect, which I love, love, love. And what I wanted to say is that will find you. And I thought that is so, so cool, that we don't have to go out and chase and run and just bring it in, that we can attract it into us as we visualize and are intentional. So I ask, as we're in December and we have a few weeks before the end of the year, what do you want to do for 2024? I don't know if you can see closely, but I have these incredible necklaces that were made, and they say soar in 2024. And they actually just say soar, but that's what I'm creating for 2024. Anyone who is a part of what I'm creating for 2024 is going to help, is going to soar. And it has this beautiful like little phoenix bird on it, which has been such an important part of my journey, because I think of the magical phoenix bird from Harry Potter, and how that phoenix bird had it and was ready to burn and die. And then it did. But when it died, it rose up from the ashes. It was re-risen from the ashes into a new start, new rise and start. And then what happened? It learned to fly and soar. So what I want to say is, if you're not happy with the old life, the old patterns, or the old thoughts that are in your head, it is not too late to change. It is one thought away, one action item away. It is so right within your reach of hands. Are you not happy in a relationship? Are you unhappy with the way your body looks, or the way you have a relationship with yourself? That maybe you're not keeping commitments to yourself, because honoring what you tell yourself you do is one of the greatest things you can do to achieve goals. If you say you're going to work out every day, I don't care if you work out for 5 minutes a day, do what you say you're going to do, because even by the small and simple things is where the big goals come about. So if you make a goal, you're going to work out every day for the year, then work out every day for the year and set a goal for 5 minutes, and maybe you'll work out 30 or 45 minutes, maybe an hour some days. But at least you can check off every day that you did something. And so that's how you create this in your head, is you visualize what it is you want, and you realize that you can rise, that you can change. You can let go of those old patterns of that dying and burning and flame story that was the old part of you. What if you started to say, a part of me is now choosing to fly, to soar, and to rise? And this is how I want to do it. And be clear in my relationship, with my money, with my children, with my body, and what else? Maybe it's letting go of old emotions or forgiving someone. So there's all those steps that you can do, but you've got to be intentional in creating this confident joy that we're talking about. Make a list if you want for December that says confident joys. What do you feel confident in? What are you grateful? What are you grateful for within the joys and gratitude you have? Write a list of what you already have. And then you can build upon that. I have a beautiful house, right? Say that. I have a beautiful house, period, right? That's one of your things you know is true, you have gratitude for, and then you can build upon that. And this is where you add in how you're creating the dream life. And I am getting my house more organized every single day. And I'm creating more order in my home daily. And I'm letting go of chaos and bringing things to order. You can start to build upon. So if it's, I am married and in a relationship with my husband, right? Just leave it very brief. And then you build upon that. You know, I don't know, you could say way more than that if you want it, but maybe that's just where you are in your marriage. You're just married and you're kind of existing. How about then adding to that with a bridge thought, and I'm choosing to work and step forward in my relationship every day. I'm choosing to see the joys and gratitude in my spouse daily. When you start to do this, it manifests more. It brings more, because what you bring about, you think about, what you all the things I've always said, where energy goes, or where attention goes, energy flows. If you're constantly thinking about all the negative things that these people are doing, that's where that energy goes. What if you just change the thought to, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for this relationship right now that is teaching me how to become a better person. I'm going to be better because of the trial I'm going through now. So when we talk about these confident joys, write a list of the things that you have, and then build upon what it is you want to create for the dream life that you're creating. Because in 2024, if you want to soar, to have greater confidence, more connection, better cells, better, greater clarity, I can help you. And I share this with you because I have been in a space where I felt stuck for 10 years. I would gain and lose 80 pounds. My house would fill up. I'd go shopping. I'd go shopping at Kohl's. I'd put the kids to bed and just go shopping and fill up my house just to fill a void. Now I'm realizing I can choose what I want to put in my body for food and sugar. I can choose how much stuff I bring into my house. Is it really what I want? Why am I trying to numb out on my social media? At least I'm open eyes to what I want. Do I get stuck there? Yeah, I do. Sometimes I get stuck there. But as I choose to go into what these confident joys are that I have and the dream life that I'm creating, I always know when I get unstuck, because I'll have things show up in my life. Like, for instance, I had this show up today, and I thought, you know what? I have two choices. I can say no and not show up and not go out and speak, or I can get on my cute clothes, put on my cute sparkly earrings, put on my really cute sparkly stuff, put on my awesome necklace, and show up. Someone said a quote one time that all I need to do is show up in my life, and if I turn, or if I'm aligned with God, I can show up and let him show off. That I put in my part and he can help do the rest. And I really, really encourage you to create what it is you're looking for in that moment, to see what it is that you can have and what you want. And as you want this, as you choose it, and why do you want it? Why do you want to have more order in your home? Why do you want to have better relationships? When it's not for just our own vanity reasons, but it's to create something better and greater, then we send out that vibration, and it just, again, attracts so much faster. Do you want to travel more in 2024 so you can have family time and connections? Do you want to read more books and grow? Do you want to let go of foods that aren't helping your body, that you know you want something better? Then start simple. Start small. Eat a big salad every day. Just incorporate a salad in a day. Have 15 minutes of movement. There's little baby steps that we can do without having to do it all at once and burn ourselves out. So I want to share with you the power of this message of having confident joy and writing down that list this time of year, and then getting to a space to create what is it I want to have in my dream life. Write down your top 20 things. If you don't know what it is that you're trying to attract, do you think you're gonna, I had a dear friend tell me, an incredible mentor who has her certified speaking professional. I mean, she has spoke to, I can't even tell you how many people. And she gave me the best advice. She said, it's kind of like a bullseye. You're going to shoot that dart in, and in the very, very middle, there is the middle of that bullseye. But as you're moving along and you're trying to do all these things, you've got to get clear on what you want. What is the top 20 goals you want? Because if you're just shooting for anything, you're going to shoot at the wall, you're going to shoot at the rims, you're all over. But if you know you're aiming to help your marriage, help your relationships, become a better speaker, write a book in 2024, if you know what you're aiming for, you're most likely to get on target. So my question to you, and I leave this with you, what confident joys do you already have in your life? And how do you want to add more into your life to create the dream life that you want to create? And if you've been stuck this year, I just want to say, hey, no more. You don't have to be stuck anymore. In 2024, you can learn to soar. And I'm here to tell you that if I can do this, my friends, I know 100% that you can do this too. And it all starts with the way you think, and then how you feel, and your attempts and your actions, and then the results will show up. So let me teach you how to soar in 2024, my friend. And I love you, and I can't wait to connect with you again as you keep going through the holidays. Remember, confident joy comes from within and from what we already have, not what we're seeking to validate and make us happy. The confident joys come from what we have. And I just want to end this podcast by saying, Grandma, I love you. You were a beautiful soul, and you were wonderful as you taught hard work ethics and a smile and that spunky red hair. And I love you. And as we move forward in this funeral, I'm not sad, because I know that you're feeling joy amongst your family and you're in a better place. And that you taught me so many wonderful values to finish and to do hard work, to do all the things you did. And that if you can do that, I know I can too. So I love you all, and I want to leave you today that you can have confident joy if you choose. Have an amazing week, and we'll talk to you next week, my friend. Love you.